Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, in today's video, we are going to be breaking down the Miami Heat's first playoff game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And man, oh man, there's a lot to talk about. But before we do start today's video, if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, we upload every single day. Today's officially 110 days of us uploading consecutively. Our goal is to upload for 365 days this year. I do want to say I appreciate everybody that does subscribe, everybody that does watch me, comments, likes, and all that good stuff. And hopefully, you guys continue to keep doing that because I really do appreciate it. Also, we are going to be live streaming every single game of the playoffs of the Miami Heat versus the Cavaliers. So definitely come join and let's have a good time. Now, as you see, the Miami Heat got destroyed by the Cavaliers game one, 121-100. Today, the Miami Heat did look like the 10th seed. They didn't look like the team that beat the two teams that they had to get to the spot. They didn't look like they beat the Chicago Bulls, of course, right? The Atlanta Hawks. They didn't look like that Miami Heat team. And of course, because the Cavaliers are the best team in the Eastern Conference, so it's going to be tough. But I expected a little better fight. I'm not worried or anything like that. This is game one. Game one is where you learn a lot. You learn people that can play, people that just can't crack the rotation, and Spo's going to have to do a lot of adjustments, and that's completely fine. All right. Cavaliers were home. They had everything. They had all the momentum. It's fine. But it's still embarrassing. You don't want to lose in the playoffs by 20 plus points. Now, the reason why they lost by 20 plus points is because let's look at the starting lineup for the Cavaliers. There are two big mans. They played okay. They had like 18, 19 rebounds. They had like 20 points. So 20 and 18 coming for both their two big mans. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell were the two bright spots in their starting lineup, as expected, of course. Darius Garland had 27 points, 5 assists. But he also was 5 for 9 at the three-point line. Donovan Mitchell was 11 for 19, but he was 2 for 9 at the three-point line, struggled, but he had 30 points. As you see, everybody in the starting lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers was a plus. Plus 9 for Evan Mobley, plus 14 for Jared Allen, plus 15 for Darius Garland, plus 10 for Mitchell, and plus 18 for Max Strus. Max Strus didn't play as much minutes, and I'm going to explain why. But when he was playing, he had obviously the 9 points, but they were all three-pointers, which is big. Now, if you notice one thing about the Cleveland Cavaliers bench, and typically they do have a solid bench, but look at this, 0 points, 0 points, 0 points. DeAndre Hunter, the big trade that we all thought was going to make them amazing, which he's still good and he's still going to be a big impact. He had 0 shots. Well, made 0 shots. Isaac Okoro, 0 shots. I mean, everybody had 0 points. But if you notice, the big one is Ty Jerome. He was 10 for 15 from the field. He was 5 for 8 and 3 for 5 at the free throw line. He dominated in that fourth quarter. Where the Miami Heat still had a chance, it was about like a 12-point game, he ended it. There was still hope. It was like 95-107. There was still hope. Ty Jerome ended the game. And this is why he's in part of the 6th Man of the Year conversations, because he is that spark that we need to focus on. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Ty Jerome. That's majority of what their points came from. You got 57 for Garland, right? And you got like 70 plus, all three of them. And then Sam Morril was he had 6 points, but he was a plus 11. So they had 34 bench points off 2 players. Their starting lineup didn't play that well. Unacceptable. We got to slow down one of these players. We have to. There's no way we're going to go in the playoff series and win games if a bench player is putting up 28 points. It's not going to happen. If we're going to let Donovan Mitchell do what he got to do, fine. But we got to stop Garland. We got to stop Ty Jerome. We got to. Because we have the Davion Mitchells. We have the Haywood Highsmiths. We have the Andrew Wiggins. Now, when we look at this Miami Heat team, it was a total opposite. Slow start. We picked it up at the end of the first quarter, 24-31, right? We made it close. Second half, still very, very close. We fought. It was 30-31. Third quarter, we scored about the same amount of points. Fourth quarter, the Ty Jerome show. And to be honest with you, it wasn't really close this whole game. It wasn't, because the Miami Heat struggled to score half court offense. And I've been saying this when I did in the playoff preview. When you look at the Cavaliers, they have creators on their team that can get a bucket anytime. When you look at the Miami Heat, they don't have creators outside of Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro, I believe, didn't score in that fourth quarter. I don't think he scored in that fourth quarter or in the second half. I could be totally wrong, but I didn't see much of it, because the defense knows if we stop Herro, it's over. The Cavaliers know that. If we stop Tyler Herro, the game's over. And Tyler Herro had 21 points, but he had 18 shot attempts. So I want to clarify it, right? Tyler Herro had 17 points at halftime, finished off the game with 21. Now, he did have some help with Bam, and this is what we need from Bam. Obviously, Tyler and Bam need to play better. Bam did have 24 points, 9 rebounds, but he was 10 for 22. I mean, that's kind of what it is. But as you see, Andrew Wiggins, 14 points. We need more from Wiggins. We need more from Wiggins. Where this is his first playoff experience, had 2 points, not enough. But this bench unit's horrible. I mean, they got outplayed by Ty Jerome. Duncan Robinson, I'm tired of this dude. 2 turnovers, 8 points. I don't even care. It's bad. Haywood Highsmith had 7 points at 31 minutes. Fine. Obviously, Davion Mitchell's that guy. He had 18 points. So your big three was Davion Mitchell, Tyler, and Bam. And this is nothing new. We need players to create their shot, half-court offense. It's really simple as that. So the positive thing that I will say, when we look at the team stats for the Cavaliers, they made 18 3-pointers. That's pretty high. Well, that was like 42. We made 31. I mean, 13. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. So they made 5 3-pointers than us. That's a difference, right? Because that's 18 points, right? 5 times 3 to 18. That's 18 points right there. They had more rebounds than us. They had more offensive rebounds than us, right? We had more assists, but they had more steals. And then points conceded off turnovers, it was pretty much the same. Points in the paint, 44-48. Everything was the same. The problem is we just don't have, like, turnovers. You have 6 more turnovers than them, and they made 5 more 3-pointers than us. And the bench unit did absolutely nothing outside of Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell, to me, is not even a bench player. He's mainly a starter. When a bench player is getting like 30-plus minutes, that's a starter. So the bench unit needs to step up. Alec Burks needs to step up. Kyle Anderson needs to step up. We need players to step up, because the main focus is stopping Tyler Herro. He had 4 points in the second half. He had 17 in the first 2. Bam did what he had to do. Wiggins, you need to play better basketball. But you know what? Like I said, nothing to overreact to. It's game 1. It's called adjustment time. This is where coaches make their money. This is where Spo comes out there and makes his money. And this is where Spo gets considered the best coach. Game 2. We got to lock in and focus. We all know the Cavaliers. They're the number 1 team in the league. We get it. We competed. Somewhat. But they were the better team today. And that's fine. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully continue to keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And your boy.